Leza live on the radio, on the news. 103.5 FM, KYCA on a Tuesday morning. How's everybody feeling this morning, Matt Henshaw?
Oh, just blame it on me. I know. I wasn't paying attention. I should have said Silver Hammer. I apologize.
Yeah. I'm like, is that us? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, time to start the show.
I thought you had your ears in.
It's a good thing I'm a professional.
Yes, you are a professional.
I'm ready to go. I wake up
Hold on,
ready
let's
to go.
zoom in, get the camera, see. Look, even better. So,
hello, good morning. If you're streaming us live worldwide online at kyca.info, I say hello.
I'm going to go with Drew. I'm going to say I am incredible. If I was any better, it'd be illegal. I'm going to do Drew again.
Are you going to say that every day?
Okay, well, I could go back to mine.
Drew says it every day. He just
not
always
every
has it.
day.
No, not every day.
Just 9 out of 10 days.
Yeah, but you know what? Didn't you have a better day yesterday since you put yourself in that mindset, positive mental attitude, and then your whole day was just better, right?
Of course.
There you go.
That's
nice.
what this show does to me.
Thank you. And to many, I'm hoping. To many. How's Drew Imity this morning?
Fantastic.
You ready to shift gears after talking all serious with Charlie last hour?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could talk about all the same stuff, but let's not.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's
Don't
not.
sell The Bachelorette short. It is very serious discussion.
You say that because you didn't watch it last night. Yeah, well,
He just wants me to cringe.
much to our dismay, we tuned in at 7. Did you tune in at 7, Drew? I tuned in at 7. I'm like, it doesn't start till 8.
Yes.
And, Julie had the same reaction, too, which put it until 10 and then right to bed after that. So you didn't last the whole 2 hours, though, huh?
No, I did not.
Well, how are we going to pay you for your recap, your recrap?
with just a smile.
A smile, okay.
With just a
Very
smile.
good, very good. Well, my college roommate Julie is on tap to call in about 5 minutes to give us all the good, bad, and ugly from last night's Bachelorette. And there was a lot of ugly.
It
I
was
tell
mostly
you what.
ugly.
It is, aren't you? I mean, the guy in the pearl necklace, what is that? Is that a thing, Matt? You youngsters, are you men?
You're asking me, the 42-year-old man, if that's a young person?
Well, I
thing?
guess they are in their 20s.
Hey, be thankful she asked you. She didn't even think about me.
Yeah, I have comments about the pearl necklace, but I will leave it alone.
Yes.
That is not a thing from my generation whatsoever.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what that was, but it was ugly. So, Julie will give us all the details coming up. But first, we should talk about the weather, because I had a ton of rain in my house yesterday. It made me super happy.
Yes. And we had those scattered showers all over. I got a new rain gauge and got 1.31 inches of rain at the house.
Holy
it was
smokes.
pouring at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're loving that new rain gauge.
Well, I like the rain gauge, so I know what it is. But
Yes.
the reality is that, you open the door, the dog went out, and I had to chase the dog in the rain again. I'm just not learning.
Put the dog on a leash before you open the door, Drew.
Well, sometimes these things happen.
I know. Well, yeah, are we expecting more rain today?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm going to use Jason Cada's line.
Okay.
Rinse and repeat.
Okay,
We
fantastic.
are pretty much carbon copy of what we had yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have those scattered showers. High will be in the 90s again,
Okay.
depending on where we are, 89 to 93.
Yeah.
Lows 65 to 66.
Perfect.
Winds 15 to 20 miles an hour in the afternoon, but we're going to have, again, 30% chance of rain tonight, 30% chance today, and we're already at 76 degrees at 9:10. So
Okay.
the chance of us not having rain,
No, we're going to have some rain.
we're going to get it.
Yeah.
And especially if you wash the car.
Yes. No,
you?
I did not.
Okay,
I did
well,
not
that's
wash
gonna
the
help.
car. But my Grand Cherokee is getting detailed this morning, but I'm going to strategically pick it up and get it into the garage before it rains today.
Try to dodge the raindrops.
Exactly. Because you know what's going to happen on my way from the detailer to the house. It will pour.
So
You'll only get rained on like 3 blocks before the house.
Exactly.
I think you should just race around in the Mini Cooper with the top down. That'll definitely bring the rain.
It has before. Yes, that is a thing. When I had my Rubicon top off, Delaney and I driving around with the umbrella up in the Jeep. Because it's not an easy thing to just pull over and put the top on. I mean, it's not. So
It's a process.
Cause
I know very well.
So we're driving around with our umbrellas up in our car. Pretty funny.
That-
Pretty funny stuff.
That's why I learned last year.
Yeah.
That's why I have the bikini top on.
Yes.
Because it keeps at least the rain off of you.
Off of you. Very good. So anybody catch the home run derby last night? The only news this morning from it was the singer who, I guess, butchered the national anthem.
Aren't they saying it's the worst ever?
Ever, they're saying. I'm going to let you guys decide for yourself because I have it for you. Listen up.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's
Wait, it gets worse.
early light what so proudly we hailed by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly
God bless her. Here we go. Ready?
and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Ruff.
So mean.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, hear the applause? That applause was because she was done singing.
I have to
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to say that's interesting when the audience reacts during the national anthem
Right.
because, as an American like everyone else
Right.
here,
Right.
mostly,
Yeah.
we take this very seriously,
Yes.
and most people do not react during the national anthem.
No,
and they
no.
are. That's a bad sign.
I mean, I cannot. I can't sing it. You probably can't sing it.
No.
But I'm not. I haven't been slated by somebody from Major League Baseball to sing in front of the home run derby.
And who was the one that sang? It was a
Her
celebrity,
name,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
she is a country singer. Her name is Ingrid Andress, 4-time Grammy nominee. Now we know why she's never won.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
But still, it's your profession,
right.
and you butcher the one thing you can't butcher.
I know.
That
I know.
bad?
The players, you watch the video, the players are just doing what Drew was doing, trying so hard not to just blow up with laughter.
I
Yeah.
heard part of this
Yeah.
morning,
Yeah.
okay, and I was talking with John Rust about how bad it was.
Yeah, it was pretty
And
bad.
then you hear, I didn't hear all of it, and then I hear some.
Yeah, you got to listen to the second half because the first
I
half
mean,
wasn't bad.
All right, I don't have a good singing voice. I mean, we've talked that you'd
Right,
like to
we've
sing,
heard it.
but you would have done a better job.
I would not have.
Yes, you would have.
When
I
I was
have
a
faith in
kid-
you that you would have done a better job. At least your voice wouldn't have crackled.
Well, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know. When
I
I
have
was a
faith in you.
kid, I always wanted to sing the national anthem at like a Super Bowl. I mean, I used to dream big when I was a kid, but
That's all
so
right.
I would practice it, but in opera. And someday maybe I'll share that with you guys, but not today.
Okay.
Not today, because ears are bleeding all over the country. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm
Oh, that was hard. That was hard to take.
I'm sure we're going to have our Christmas karaoke again
Yes,
later in the year.
yes.
You can share then.
Then I can share.
Because
Excellent.
we've already chased all the listeners off by the time we start doing that
Exactly.
anyways,
Good
especially
point.
me.
Good
So,
point. Good point. All right, well, we have her on the line. It's my college roommate, Julie, to talk about last night's Bachelorette. Good morning, Julie. Can you hear me?
I can, Leza. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well. I have, in fact, heard your rendition of the national anthem, and I would give it a solid 6.
She has.
Wow.
Because I used to practice it, right, Jules?
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And,
Yep.
you'd give me pointers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would say, use your diaphragm and things like that.
was that in the dorm?
Well, yes, in the dorm. And maybe someday Julie will join in on Delta Dawn, which she and I harmonize real nicely together.
I mean, it's so smooth. It's delightful.
It is delightful. And speaking of delightfulness, last night's Bachelorette was not that.
I was like, where's she taking this?
Right,
Because
right.
I hate this show so
I
much.
know, I know. The show is just getting worse and worse and worse. Drew could only last for an hour last night.
Oh my God! It was that was the problem. Yeah. First of all, I didn't know what time it was starting, but we've got they're all in Australia, which is kind of fun. I mean, there's 700 people in Australia. They never get to do that. I don't know what their budget is this year.
Right.
But if nothing else, the producers were on fire last night.
They really
They
were.
managed every trick in the book. It was really fun.
Yes. Share the tricks.
They were so all this started off. They had their group date with a bunch of people, and at one point, so we're gonna have to get to know
Names.
Devin. Oh my God, I almost called him Dylan. Devin. So Devin is the one who just is gonna drive me insane. Devin took Jen very quietly away from the group date to go eat some ice cream. Or gelato, whatever it was, and the guys didn't like that, and Jen kind of did. Jen was like, well, he's showing some initiative, and he's kind of making memories, and isn't this cute?
Right.
And I'm like, sister, that's what your one-on-one dates are for, so stop it. But she was okay with whatever he did. And then it happened again. Then, when they had another group party, happy hour, whatever, Deb came in with ice cream again to interrupt somebody.
And
which
they were
actually
not
was
happy.
hilarious
Yeah,
because
the
I
boys
didn't know
weren't
that
happy.
I hated him so much at that point.
Right.
But so then she's got this ice cream. But all the guys were kind of fighting with Devin. Devin was the bad guy because he keeps taking Jen away, and Jen seems to be perfectly happy with him.
Right.
And
Devin
I
also
think Devin was wrong with taking so much time.
Right, and you'll know Devin because he's the one with the challenged gum line.
That gum line, and we already looked it up.
Mean.
Lisa and I looked
know.
up that he could have it fixed for anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000.
She looked it up.
And I forget, Lisa, what do
Gum-
they call it? They call it
Gum
like contouring.
contouring.
Gum.
I'm worried about you
contouring.
girls.
Yes, they could do that.
Yes, he
And we
could
were a
get
little
it fixed.
concerned at one point they were taking pictures with animals, including a snake, and and I had mentioned that Devin couldn't possibly hold on to the snake because there was just too much extra skin for the snake to sink its like fangs into because there was so much gum.
So much gum. Bad gum line. That's Devin. We have to talk about the guy with the pearl necklace. And I'm asking my guys in here, is that a thing? Are guys wearing pearl necklaces now? Julie, answer, please.
No.
Okay.
The answer's no,
Okay.
Lisa. No one does that.
Okay, except for he was like an aeronautical engineer or something too. I thought that was very odd.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's Aaron, and Aaron brought Devin a book, which is sweet to improve his personality or
Right.
something. But the pearls were definitely distracting.
Yes.
And I believe that for anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000, he can have pearl contouring. So I think that there's a solution to that.
I think you're right, Julie. We have to talk about Marcus, the former veteran who was hurt in the line of duty. She went skydiving with him. We're in love with Marcus. We're in love with Marcus, and we're in love with Grant, right?
Right.
Grant.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything
Yes.
about him was just sweet
Yes.
and impressive. I mean, he was in Afghanistan. He had to dodge a grenade, which was just harrowing. And I hope that his therapist is really, really good because that PTSD was so obvious.
I think he does have a good therapist because he was able to share his story as hard as it was. We're all crying because this is a
I
true
know.
war hero, and we're crying
Yes.
that he's actually on The Bachelorette.
Yep. And
Can't
he's
we do
cute.
better
Yeah,
for our veterans in this country, Julie?
I know. I was impressed with him. He was articulate and he was charming,
Yeah.
and I think Jen liked him. He got a rose.
Yeah.
So that's positive.
Right. Now, we have to talk about the group date where they had to take pictures with wild animals in Australia. Did you see this part,
Yeah.
Drew?
There was a variety of really cute, delightful little furry things, and I don't know the names of any of them. And most of the guys got all these cute things. And then there was Hakeem, who somebody online was like, isn't he like the anxiety character from the Disney Inside Out? And I was
Yes,
like, yeah,
he
that makes sense.
is. He is.
announced that he hates spiders, which then the producers underneath his name wrote shouldn't have admitted to hating spiders,
Right.
which is of course hilarious.
Yes.
And then so they bring out the spider,
Oh my
and
God.
bless his little heart, he was terrified.
His
He was
eyes were
so
huge.
scared of the spider.
Yes.
And I don't blame him.
I was scared of the
And-
spider. It was like a yellow tarantula times 10. This thing was huge.
Yes. It
Even
was
if it's
huge.
not
It was
poisonous, who
so
cares?
awful. And it immediately crawled up his arm.
Right. And he's
it
like,
wasn't like
he's
some
like,
there was no foreplay. It was
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
up his arm.
Right up his
And it
arm.
was-
yes.
Yeah, and so poor thing, he was
Hakeem
terrified.
was like,
They
"Do not let
finally
it touch
took
my
off
neck."
him, and he survived, but it was neat.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, "Do not let it touch my neck." And the wrangler, the spider wrangler, was like, "Okay, I'll get it off your neck." Because can you imagine the PTSD
No.
from that?
Yes.
Ugh.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Drew just implied that somebody should have put it on the ground and stomped on it, which is what happens at
Right?
my house, and then it
Well,
gets sucked up with a vacuum.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so a bunch of guys went home, but all the drama dealers stayed. So, and that's another job of the producers, right, Jules?
I know. Yep.
Yep.
They knew what they were doing. So
Right.
Thomas was another one who confronted Devin and actually said Devin's correct name.
Right.
Aaron kept calling him Dylan. And wait a minute. Speaking of Dylan, there was a Dylan who got one-on-one time after the
Oh,
picture,
right.
the photo shoot,
Because
he did
he
hold
held
the
the
snake.
snake.
And he was charming, and
Yes.
he was adorable.
Yes.
So there's
So
two that I like.
we like Dylan, Marcus, and Grant. Those are my
Yes,
my
Grant.
top three.
Oh wait, maybe it was Grant who held the snake.
No,
I don't remember.
it was Dylan. You're right.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever. Somebody.
Julie, we got to move on. I think that's it, right? Is that everything?
I think that's everything.
Okay.
Yeah, she gave it some flowers and roses, and I don't know what they're doing next week.
Yeah, we don't know, but probably more of the same if you've watched the show before.
Yes,
Drew, are
that
you
is
in?
correct.
See, Drew liked it better when there was 35 young women
Right.
and
I
one
mean-
guy.
These guys were just talking. I mean, and I feel this way. Nobody cares. What are you talking about, dude? There was only one. I forgot the guy's name, but he was the tall black guy that snuck in with Jen for the kiss at the end when they were together.
Oh, was that Dylan?
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway,
say
he
what?
had a light blue shirt on.
Oh, no, that was
Grant.
That was
That was
Grant.
Grant. Okay.
Yeah.
He was pretty slick the way he moved in on her.
Yeah.
You know, he sat there, and then a few minutes later, you see him move over, and then
Yeah.
he puts his arm,
And he
then
pulled
the
her
next
in.
thing you know, he's kissing her. I was like, "Way to go, dude!
That's
nice
right.
And slide."
Yeah, we like him. We like Grant.
Right, you know, so he was
That's
okay.
the move that I make.
But
That's
the rest
one
of
that I use.
the rest of the guys looks like they just go through the home shopping guide or something. I don't know.
Poor things. Poor things.
It was tough to watch for a while.
Yeah. Well, this season isn't going to get any better, I'm afraid.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait till
Well,
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't let you
the,
down.
The guys are the ones with the drama. I don't know why.
That's right. Well, because the producer told her to. All right, there you have it. The Bachelorette recap with my college roommate, Julie. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next
Bye,
week.
Julie.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye, Jules. All right, coming up, stick around. We're going to be chatting with Alyssa McCabe from Starstruck Event Planning about Festival of the Trees 2024. And after that, we're going to be chatting about the Arizona Cowboy Poets Gathering with Chris Nelson and Jim Buchanan. Stick around. More coming up here on Leza Live. Right now, picture this. You wake up with a dental problem, and suddenly your day feels like a never-ending marathon. But wait, there's a solution. Pro Solutions Dental Group, where they offer same-day dental technology. Yep, you heard me right. No more waiting, no more hassle. Whether it's a crown, a filling, or even a dental implant, Pro Solutions Dental Group uses cutting-edge techniques to get it done in just one visit. Say goodbye to multiple appointments and hello to same-day smiles. Don't let dental issues slow you down. Call Pro Solutions Dental Group today. Number 928-776-1208 or reach them online at PrescottDentist.com. Welcome back. Thanks for listening to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM, KYCA. In with me once again this morning, I have Alyssa McCabe from Starstruck Event Planning to talk about Festival of the Trees coming up in November. How many weeks did you say?
19.
19 weeks.
Counting down.
Counting down. We figured that's 20 weeks until Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Wow, it'll be here before we know it. That
Yep.
is a fact. Welcome back, Alyssa. I'm so
Thank
excited that
you.
you're here to talk about Festival of the Trees because this is a really fun event. If people don't know what Festival of the Trees is, why don't you break it down for us?
Yes, so it is. It kicks off the holiday season in Arizona's Christmas City, Prescott.
Yes, it does.
And it's where local businesses, organizations, individuals, designers, they decorate trees and wreaths that are then auctioned off to the public. And Festival Trees, we pick a new nonprofit that we benefit each year.
Right.
And we aim to help by raising money and bringing attention to some of the many wonderful nonprofits we have here in our community. And we rely heavily on the community to help create this fun and festive community event. So your contribution is through participation, attending it, purchasing a tree or wreath, and it goes a long way.
Yeah, lots of ways you can get involved. Our business Prescott Glass has done it the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Super fun. We didn't decorate the trees. We had a designer decorate the trees.
Yeah, you can
and
get
then
a
I
designer.
went because I was a judge and I didn't know which tree was ours. And when I found out, I'm like, wait a minute, why don't
know.
I have that tree in my house?
As soon as you were done, you're like, okay, which one's Prescott Glass?
Exactly,
Show me.
Exactly. The trees are so amazing. They're so beautifully decorated, and the wreaths as well. And like you said, you can actually purchase the trees or wreaths at the event and have
Yes.
them delivered completely decorated.
Yes, skip the decorating.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
You can pick your tree, and we'll deliver it right to your home.
Yes.
And it's just before Thanksgiving.
Right. So,
So-
you don't have to even think
Yeah.
about getting out your tree
Yeah.
and your
And
decorations.
impress your guests. 'Cause
Yes.
You've got this designer tree in
Yeah,
front in your
I
house.
love it. I love it so much. Okay, so who or what charity is this event benefiting this year?
Yes, so we have chosen Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary.
Oh, wonderful. All our fuzzy friends out
We
there
are
at
so
the Heritage
thrilled, so
Park.
excited.
Yes. I can imagine there's going to be a lot of maybe animal-themed trees this year because of the beneficiary.
There might be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think
Especially
there-
their tree.
Yeah, right.
Because the beneficiary always gets to do their own tree.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, tell everybody in the past, how much money have you guys raised for your charity here in the area?
So last year we benefited Yavapai Casa for Kids, and we were able to raise $21,000.
Isn't that
for them.
amazing?
And then the 2 years before that was Prescott Area Shelter Services, and I think combined we did them twice in a row. We got about $31,000.
That's
for them.
wonderful. So amazing. So tell us a little bit about Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary if people aren't aware.
Yeah, so they are a 501c3 nonprofit, and they are celebrating their 36th year
Wow.
of being here in the community.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. And their mission is to provide rescue and rehabilitation for wildlife that need it. So every animal that they have at the sanctuary has a story. And in many cases, it's almost a sad one.
Sometimes. Yeah.
They either have been rescued, injured, they're non-releasable, they were hand-raised and confiscated. So each one has their own story. They're at the sanctuary because they're not able to be released to the wild.
Right.
So they need a home.
Yes.
We have to care for our animals. and
Absolutely.
we don't want any to go extinct. You need to be able to still learn about them, to be able to see them.
Yes, and we have some real rare animals right here in our community.
We do.
Yeah.
We absolutely do. And the zoo provides rescue and triage. They rescue about 400 animals a year.
Amazing.
And what they told me was if it's a litter and there's like 5 pups in a litter that they're rescuing, that's actually one rescue.
Oh.
You don't count all 5. And so it's 400 plus.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's a lot of mouths to feed.
That's a lot of animals, yes.
And so, we know that our grocery bill has gone up,
Mm-hmm.
just alone ours, and inflation, but so does theirs.
Sure.
And they got a lot of kids to feed.
Absolutely, they do. Well, that's wonderful that you guys picked the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary to benefit this year's Festival of the Trees. Coming up on the other side, Alyssa's going to tell us when it is, where it is, how you can get involved, how you can sponsor a tree yourself right now,
Yeah.
and also how you can get tickets so you can be there, so you can purchase a tree yourself right now. That's coming up here on Leza Live. Right now, the wonderful designers and people and team over there at Artful Eye Jewelers have just returned from the IJO Jewelry Show in Chicago. They were there to continue their education, but also there to buy jewelry. You got to stop in and see all of the new pieces of jewelry that they picked up at the jewelry show. Also, want to remind you guys that this is the perfect time of year to take in your old jewelry and have them design something brand new out of what you already have. Or if you don't want to take in your old stuff, I did this. I wanted to redesign a ring, and I actually didn't want to redesign it. I just went in and designed a ring, and it's so cool. They pulled it up on the computer, did a sketch of it, then they did a wax, prototype of it so I could actually put it on. It came out absolutely perfect. The Artful Eye Jewelers are experts at this. Ideas and estimates are always free. Also, their Jewelry Spa Day is coming up on Thursday, July 25th, 10 to 5. Free jewelry cleaning and inspections while you wait, and enjoy some snacks and special discounts. That's at the Artful Eye Jewelers, Middle Whiskey Row, downtown Prescott. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM KYCA, talking Festival of the Trees 2024 coming up in November. We have Alyssa McCabe from Starstruck Event Planning in to tell us when exactly the event is taking place.
So it kicks off Wednesday, November 20th with our Jingle Mingle night from 6 to 9. So that's the fun adult-only night.
It's so much fun.
Yes.
So many
Lot
people.
of buzz.
There's beverages.
Yep.
There's food. I was there last year. Had a great time. There's an auction, right?
Yeah,
as
we do
well?
live auctioning.
Yes, and you can also bid on your trees and wreaths.
You're the first. It's the first time you can start bidding.
Yes.
And see them all
Exactly.
done.
Nice.
And then Thursday through Saturday, so November 21st through the 23rd from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. is our general admission days. And that is $10, and kids 12 and under are free.
Okay, very nice. And it's held at the Sam Hill Warehouse.
Yes, downtown Prescott.
If you haven't been to that location, it is just gorgeous.
Yes.
Yes, perfect venue for your event.
Oh, yeah. That
Yes.
brick wall looks amazing
It
against
really
the trees.
does. It really does. Okay, so, and how can people get involved? What is your ask today?
So we are still... we still have quite a few slots available. We have some sponsorships and some just participations.
Okay.
And we are looking for businesses, organizations, individuals to sign up and decorate a tree or decorate a wreath. it's such a community event, so we rely heavily on the community
Sure.
to help create this magical wonderland and be able to raise money for a good cause.
How many trees and how many wreaths do you have at the event?
So it's 34 trees.
Right.
They're mixed with 9 foot, 7.5, and 5 foot. And then we have added a new thing this year.
Oh,
we
do
have
tell.
mini trees.
Oh, really?
So you can do like a tabletop tree
Uh-huh.
about 3 feet high maximum, and you can decorate one of those.
Fun.
And then we also have 24 wreaths available.
Very nice.
Yes.
And is there a theme? Each tree gets a theme, right? Or
You
is there
pick your
is
own
there a
theme.
blank? Okay, you pick your own
You
theme.
pick your own title of your
Okay.
tree, your own theme of your tree,
Mhm.
and you just go at it.
Right,
And
right.
that's what makes every single one so different. So when you walk in,
Exactly.
there's nothing the same.
Exactly. I remember last year Barry Barb did his own tree. See, Prescott Glass had a designer do
Yes.
the tree, and it was amazing. Barry did his own tree, of course, because he's creative, and that's just how Barry rolls. And it was
Oh, yeah.
great. He made handmade ornaments
He
of the
did.
Starry Night.
Starry Night.
And they were just beautiful. So you can either choose to have somebody design it,
Yeah.
or you can do it yourself.
Yeah, a lot of the sponsorships, like the Silver Bell sponsorship,
Okay.
that comes with a designer.
Okay.
And that comes with $1,000 in your decorating budget.
Okay.
So that makes it a little easier.
That
and then
is.
your designer, you can either do it yourself or you can have a designer on your behalf.
Okay. So what other sponsorships can people purchase or get behind?
So we also have a craft table sponsorship. That's if you don't want to do a tree. So we have things for people who are like, I can't decorate. No, don't make me. It is $800, and it's where a business will sign up to sponsor the craft table. Kids can do ornaments making that
Fun.
weekend.
Yes.
So that's really fun. And then we've got sleigh bell table sponsorships where you can sponsor a cocktail table during the Jingle Mingle event.
Very nice.
And then, of course, we have just regular tree participation. It's not a
Okay.
sponsorship. You can just sign up and do your decorating.
And what does that run?
So depending on the size of tree,
Sure.
so 7.5 starts at $675, and the 5 foot tree that we have is $355.
Okay.
And it all includes the tree.
Very nice.
Your tree is there.
Yes, very nice. And tickets will go on sale for the Jingle Mingle and general admission when?
It's going to be online. You can purchase tickets. It's going to be more towards the end of September, beginning October.
Okay,
So
okay.
check the website.
Right.
And that's where you'll be able to get it at festivalofTrees-prescott.com.
Okay, and you'll come back on once the tickets are on sale to remind everybody to get
Oh,
the
yeah,
tickets.
absolutely.
Now, does the Jingle Mingle sell out? Because it seems like
Last
everybody
year
in
was
town.
a zoo, wasn't it?
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
everybody was there.
It was
so
so
there
fun.
is a cap on tickets.
Yes.
So your best place if you're interested in going is purchasing them online.
Okay.
You can purchase them at the door,
Right.
but
we don't recommend it.
but we don't recommend it because
Yeah.
there is a cap.
Right.
So
Right.
so
Very
just get it
fun.
early.
Okay, again, remind us of the dates so we can put it on our calendar.
Yes, it's going to be November 20th through the 23rd.
Okay, very nice. Festival of Trees, Prescott 2024. It's going to be wonderful. You want to shout out to your major sponsors before we go?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So our gold star is Finley Subaru Prescott. One of our silver bell sponsors is Finley Hyundai Prescott. And our tinsels, Waste Management, Wilson Aesthetics, Pinnacle Bank AZ, AZ Medic Heating and Air, Rocks Media, and Prescott Smile Care.
Very good. Alyssa McCabe, thank you so much for coming in. We'll see you around September, October-ish.
Yep.
All right, wonderful. Stick around. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about the Arizona Cowboy Poets Gathering that is also coming up. Joining me in studio, Chris Nelson and Jim Buchanan right here on Leza Live. Right now, ladies, how you feeling? You feeling good? Feel like you are feeling your best? Maybe not. If you're dealing with the effects of hormonal imbalance, you got to check out Prescott Women's Clinic. They have the solution for what is ailing you. Their bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. It's a natural and effective way to feel like yourself again. 2 convenient locations, one in Prescott off of Willow Creek Road and in Prescott Valley on Florentine Road. Super easy to get started. Just pick up that phone and make a call. The number 928-778-4300. You can also schedule your appointment and learn more online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. And we'll be right back. FM KYCA. We're shifting gears a little bit, going to talk about the Arizona Cowboy Poets Gathering that is coming up in August. Joining me in studio, I have Chris Nelson, the marketing director of the Arizona Cowboy Poets Gathering, and Jim Buchanan, the board of director and past president. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in this morning. I appreciate it.
I guess howdy would be a
Yeah.
more
Yes.
appropriate hello.
You're
huh?
right. Hi, y'all. Maybe. I don't know. Howdy would be good. Yes, you're not wrong, Jim. Thank you for coming in to tell us about this wonderful event. This is the 36th year that the Cowboys Poets Gathering has been held, and it never disappoints.
Never.
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 Yes, yes. Featuring more than 40 authentic cowboy poets and singers. Now, when you think of poetry, you think of Edgar Allan Poe or Shel Silverstein. Is it this kind of poetry? I know it's not, but I got to ask the question.
No, it's not, definitely not.
No, describe it for us.
Cowboy poetry kind of originated with the cowboys that did the long cattle drives.
Okay.
And of course, nothing's going on.
Right.
And so they started writing poetry about that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And so it has got nothing like Edgar Allan Poe or any of the rest of them that did that.
Yes. Right.
It's about the lifestyle and how they lived. And from there, the poetry went into music.
Uh-huh.
Because there would be a cowboy with a banjo,
Sure.
cowboy with a guitar.
Right.
So that's how it originally started, years and years ago.
Yes. And it's all original.
All original.
All original pieces.
That's correct.
And very entertaining because they're actually talking about their lifestyle, something that we're not the lifestyle we're living today.
no.
Yeah. At least
Not at
I'm
all.
not.
Well, some is real life experiences.
Uh-huh.
Some is the funniest stories you ever heard in your life, and some of it is tragic.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So you get a great variety.
Right, right. How does this show differ from others in the nation? Cowboy poet gatherings.
We're respected as being one that has stayed true to the American cowboy in that we do our very best to invite men and women and children who have lived and worked in the cowboy lifestyle.
Okay.
Maybe not all their life, maybe for a portion of their life, but it's real life experience. And Lisa, I can tell you because I've been out with cowboys on ranches, help gather cattle, help with roundups and so forth, and it's different. The terminology, the words they use are different. It's unique.
Yes.
And it's very interesting because, especially here in Prescott, Arizona, it's part of our history.
It really
It's
is.
a huge part
We're
of
proud
our
of
history.
it.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we are.
We are. So the poetry and the poets are very authentic. You guys authenticate the people that are coming to perform at your show.
We do.
Yes.
We have a selection committee
Okay.
that
Are you on that, Chris? You
I'm
raised your
on
hand.
that. I have been for years.
Yeah. Is it hard?
It is not.
No, because they stand out. The ones that you want in your show probably stand out. I'm assuming.
And it is prestigious to be asked to come to Prescott.
Okay, so not everybody gets the invite.
Not everybody gets the invite, and
Uh-huh.
they'll say, geez, I wasn't invited this year. Well, we kind of rotate it so everybody gets a chance,
All the best.
all the best.
Yes.
And yes, they have to be authentic cowboy.
And where do you find these poets and musicians? Do they apply for the show?
a lot of them are referred.
Okay.
So we'll have a cowboy poet or musician that we respect, and he or she will say, you really ought to invite, and one of the people we've invited this year is a product of that. Ryan Fritz is coming down from Alberta, Canada.
Oh, wow.
And he is a rancher and a
Yes.
cowboy. That's his primary life. And entertaining is secondary.
Okay.
So he's the real deal.
Yes. Yes. What other real deals can we expect to hear at this year's show?
Gail Steiger.
Gail
He-
Steiger.
He currently is living the life out at the ranch. I mean, he moves cattle every day. So,
Yes.
you know,
Right.
it's Spider Ranch. And, of
Okay.
course, that's local here in
Yeah.
Arizona. But,
Yes.
yeah, he and Amy will both be with us.
Dave Stamey, who is at the top of the list. I won't say he's number one, but he's amongst probably the top 5 or 10 in the nation as far as musicians that are cowboy musicians. We're not talking about country music.
Right.
We're talking about cowboy music, and he's at the top. And then we have Mike Dunn, who's a poet, and he's from down
Sand King.
southern Arizona. I remember him telling me a story. His uncle had the ranch right there at Karchner Caverns, and they were out riding, gathering cattle, and his uncle told him, "Don't go in that hole."
Right.
And that hole leads to Karchner Caverns.
Right. I hope nobody went down that hole unexpectedly.
Well, if Mike did, he doesn't admit to it.
Right. It'd make a great poem, I'm just saying.
And then 2 of our young up-and-coming musicians, Kristen Harris and Haley Sandoz, are coming out from Texas. They've both been winning top honors for the last several years in the world of cowboy music.
Okay. So you say awards. Will people win awards at your show? No, it's just a performance.
It's just
Yes.
a performance.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
We recognize people from time to time, but we don't have any kind of contest to do
Right.
awards.
Yeah.
But the International Western Music Association holds a convention in Albuquerque in November, and they do awards.
Okay, so
And-
that's where that comes
And
from.
Dave won so many awards. he said, "Take me off the list."
I love it. That's wonderful. Well, and people get to hear the award-winning Dave Stamey. Tell everybody when the gathering is going to be this year.
August 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Okay.
And the night shows, the doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7. It'll be done by 10. We try to be very timely with our time. And so we do that. I want to remind people that Yavapai College Performing Arts Center has initiated a clear bag policy.
Okay.
So you're going to go through a security check, and the ladies are going to have a clear purse if they are going to carry a purse.
We're getting more and more used to that anyway, so that's
Yeah,
good. Yes.
yeah. That the past week has reminded us
Why we need it.
why we need it.
Yes, for
and
sure.
and then we have day sessions, Friday afternoon, starting at noon, going till 5 p.m.
Okay.
Saturday morning, we have Coffee with the Cowboys, which is a little different session in that the cowboys that come, many of them will tell a story about their life gathering cattle on the ranch. Some of the ladies tell stories from their point of view, which are often very
Quite
interesting.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
And then day sessions run from 9 to 5.
Okay.
So all day long.
So you can stop in. You don't, or do you come and stay from 9 to 5?
We have people that come and
do.
stay from
They
9 to 5.
They don't want to miss it. Yes.
They can sit. The college, we have several rooms at the college, the performance theater and several
nice.
of those, so they can move
That's lovely.
depending on who they want to listen to.
Right. Right.
From the performance hall all the up through the rooms, depending on, as I said, who they want to see.
Sure.
Because the performers move.
Yes.
Attendees can pick up a free program at our mercantile, thanks to all of our sponsors. And that has the schedules of all of the performers. It has bios of all the performers. They can pick the sessions they want to go to at 5 different rooms all day long,
Wonderful.
hour-long sessions. So We have done our best since we started to keep this where it can be a family event where people do not have to spend anything to come and enjoy some cowboy poetry and music.
Love it.
Because Friday and Saturday day sessions are free.
Wow, that's amazing. Good for you guys. That really gets the word out and gets people introduced to something they may not know anything about.
Right. They can get tickets for the night sessions, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Okay.
at the hall.
Okay. And is there
online
at your website, which is
azcowboypoets.org.
Okay, we are chatting this morning with Chris Nelson and Jim Buchanan from the Arizona Cowboy Poets Gathering. I want to know how long you both have been involved after this quick break, okay? So stick with us here on Leza Live. Welcome back. It's Leza live on the news 103.5 FM KYCA. We're talking about the Arizona Cowboy Poets Gathering this morning with Chris Nelson and Jim Buchanan. It's coming up on August 8th through the 10th at the Jim and Linda Lee Performing Arts Center at Yavapai College, featuring more than 40 authentic cowboy poets and singers. It's going to be quite a weekend. And before the break, I asked both of you how long you have been involved with the Cowboy Poets Gathering and why you got involved.
Leza, I'm not a native, but I've been here come September. Couple of months away, I'll have been here 78 years.
Wow.
So I'm a long-time Prescottonian.
Yes.
I've been involved in many aspects of community service. I was on the rodeo committee for 25 years, and a friend of mine invited me to join the Cowboy Poets Gathering back in the days when it was a committee of Charlotte Hall Museum. And I joined the committee, got involved, and I've been there ever since. And that's 34 years now that I've been active on the committee.
Well, you must be enjoying it. And did you know about it beforehand? Or did you know anything about it when they asked you to be part of it?
Well, I was aware of it, but they only had 2 years before I joined, so it wasn't a very old event.
Right.
Sally Harper Bates was one of the instigators that helped start the gathering, Warren Miller at Charlotte Hall Museum, and I was involved with Charlotte Hall Museum at that time, other than Cowboy Poets. So it's been a long and enjoyable experience. The cowboy poets and musicians that come are a huge motivator to be part of this,
I'm sure.
because they're just such nice, genuine people. We have a committee of over 60 people now that are the most wonderful people to work with you've ever met. And then we have a community of sponsors that supports us, and all the things make it worth the work.
Wonderful. Have you ever dabbled yourself in cowboy poetry?
I tried to write a cowboy poem
Yes.
one time,
Yes.
got a couple of stanzas down and quit.
Well, you're doing your part.
I'm a committeeman.
There you go. There you go. All right, your turn. Tell me, Chris, how long you've been involved and why you got involved.
Actually, my husband is a musician, and a neighbor of ours, Jim Dunham, who formed the Rusty Pistols, was a neighbor. And he said to us, you need to join, the Cowboy Poets.
Right.
We saw our first performance in '99, I do believe. And I think I served in the green room 2006 or 7, 8, and then have
You
been
wanted
with
to be
them.
involved.
Yeah, ever since.
That's wonderful. Well,
And no, I don't write poetry.
you don't write poetry. Okay, you answered that for me. We've got about 15 seconds left. We want to remind everybody that the 36th annual Cowboy Poets Gathering coming up August 8th, 9th, and 10th. You can get information and your tickets online at azcowboypoets.org. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
very much,
And
Leza.
good luck to a great show. I know it's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.